Welcome to The Intimate Truth. Today I wanted to introduce you Nathalie, who's professor and author of Global Sourcing Decoded for Fashion Entrepreneur. Bonjour Nathalie.
Bonjour Elise.
I'm so happy to see you today and that we will be able to talk about this book. So please tell us more about yourself and why you wrote this book.
So I'm Nathalie Tessier. First, thank you so much Elise for having me here. Teaching, I'm living in Miami. I'm French, as you can see with my accent. I'm living in Miami since 8 years. This is when we met together. We met when we arrived.
Fashion connection.
Fashion connection.
Fashion and French connection.
Exactly. And so we teaching fashion business. I studied fashion design, and very quickly I understood when I started to work that I was very, very attracted by the business of fashion, which is like behind the scene, where we produce and how much it costs, etc. And I work for a different international company in a different field as buying, purchasing, but also marketing, production, and design.
So a lot of steps in the full
process, in the company.
So then why? Why this book?
Yeah, the why is always very important. So why I wrote this book? Because I'm teaching production, fashion production in my classroom in a school in Marigny. And I understood like my student needed to have a support, not a regular textbook, but a guide, a tool, as you say.
A tool, yeah.
And that they can take with them and read again when they want to study and when they want to have also create a brand. So the time comes when they start a brand, they forgot the class, 2 months. And it's easier to have a book, honestly, and a guide to see what happened and how to do it. So it's a reason. And also I saw a lot of entrepreneurs wasting a lot of money because they didn't understand the Incoterms, they didn't understand the transportation cost, they didn't understand many topics. And they were not able to be in the same level as a supplier because they are lacking of knowledge in terms of global sourcing.
So yes, when you start your business, there is always something that you have to figure out. So what is the biggest mistake that you've seen when you start your business and global sourcing?
Yes, I think one of the biggest mistakes is when an entrepreneur just look at the factory price without asking question about the Incoterm, without asking question about the payment term, just seeing that. So I had a case like last week, and I have someone who told me, oh yes, I want to do my swimwear in China because it's cheaper than Colombia, which is true. Basically it's true. But by the way, if you add Incoterm, when you have the transportation, the tariff, and most important, the tariff, then after, of course, we can see that the difference is or very, very minimal or even cheaper in Colombia.
So could you explain to us in few words, what is it, the Incoterms?
So
there is different steps, could be confusing when you start.
Incoterm is an international trade, international vocabulary that we use. We use 11, there is 11 Incoterms. It's that define, and usually in the fashion industry we use like at least 5 Incoterms, not the 11 one, 5 or 6. So it's defined the responsibility of the seller and the responsibility of the buyer. So that's super important. For example, who's gonna pay the insurance? Is the insurance including in the factory price? Yes, no. The transportation including in the factory price? Yes, no. And that's all these questions.
Yes, very complex. So what are you getting with this book? When you buy it, you want to create your own business. How you will use it?
You use it, I will say, every day when you are in communication with your supplier. So, and also you need to arrive at the table of negotiation at the equal level because they know better than you, and that's not acceptable. So you really need to have this knowledge about everything we talk about global sourcing. So that's important. And I wrote it because also I saw that I was sitting in the both sides of the table. I was buyer, but I was also supplier in my career.
So yeah, you know.
So I was able to work and to understand. I'm able to understand both situations.
Fantastic. So thank you so much. So it's a great tool that you need to get if you want to create your own brand. Global Sourcing Decoded for Fashion Entrepreneurs. So what do you have next for us?
Next, it's another book, probably in 6 months, or I don't know when exactly. I would like to release it earlier about like quality inspection because we can
very important.
We can waste a lot of money. and also how to source a supplier, where to find a supplier, what to ask to a new supplier. So that's also one of my next topic. And I'm working on a report actually that will be released first in my LinkedIn after Swim Week, early June. Yes, first week of June, something like that. When it will be like the summary of what happened at Swim Week, but also where to manufacture your swimwear, and also when do you have to launch your production, because if you want to be ready for next summer.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nathalie. I'm looking forward for the next steps, the next book. So I'm happy we were able to meet.
Yes, finally.
We did it.
We did it finally. We're talking about that for many weeks. Thank you again. Thank you again, and see you soon.
Thank you, everyone. So follow us, put some likes, and see you soon for the next step. Reminder,